At last, everything is ready for the arrival of the physically challenged. Even the bags themselves bearing a message for them. Emmanuel TV, aid for the needy. Widows, orphans, physically challenged, etc. What you have in your hands now is a solution to someone in need. What do you have to give? Give it in humility and simplicity. God honours our little works of charity when they are done in a proper attitude.
It is morning, and one of the Emmanuel TV buses rolls its way in the driveway of the Synagogue Church of All Nations. Identified by its slogan, "More on others, less on ourselves," some Emmanuel TV team members are waiting to receive the vehicle and swiftly open its door. Inside, we can see the first batch of brand new wheelchairs purchased exclusively for donation at the physically challenged meeting with TB Joshua. The wheelchairs are rapidly unpacked. In just a few hours, they will become a vital aid to many who without them have been forced to live a life reduced to shuffling and crawling their way along the ground, a consequence of the disability they find themselves with. They have been left to the cruelty and oppression of their unfortunate circumstances in a world that sadly, all too often, chooses to look the other way. Back inside the Synagogue Church of All Nations, chairs and tables have been set out, some with spaces carefully left for those who are expected to arrive in wheelchairs. We anticipate that the auditorium will soon be filled to capacity with those who face numerous physical challenges in their lives.
Still early in the morning, the physically challenged start arriving at the Synagogue Church of All Nations for their special meeting with TB Joshua. Coming with different forms of transport, ranging from those on foot to those using public motorbikes, transit vans, cars and buses, it does not take long to realise that their journey here would have been a demanding one. The harsh reality of what it means to be physically challenged in this society becomes all too obvious as they slowly struggle to get down from the bus and move together towards the registration point. This elderly gentleman, dressed in white, hobbles along using a long pole to support himself. It is not uncommon to see sights such as these, when the expense of buying proper walking aids far exceeds the income and boundaries of those who actually need them. As a result, they are left with little alternative than to fall back on less practical means. More and more of the physically challenged continue to arrive from their various destinations, while we are constantly reminded of just how stressful their lives have become as a result of their disability. Many representatives from charities and non-government organisations, associations that are set up for the benefit of the needy, attended the meeting that day, one of which was the Foundation for Hope in Disability. You can see their bus arriving brightly adorned with the Foundation's banner and motto. Inside are just a handful of the many handicapped orphans. As the children sing playfully, you can see how tightly they are seated together, as everybody was eager to attend what is sure to be a life-changing event. Those who can manage to walk by themselves are the first to climb down, while others are helped out by their carers and guardians due to the degree of their disability. Some of the children must be carried. These heart-rending scenes of the abandoned, those cast aside from birth without a forethought, or perhaps orphaned by the tragic death of their parents, portray all too well just how much need there is for us to respond to the plight of these little ones. Adding to the pain of their loneliness, these children have the additional disadvantage of being physically challenged. We thank God for the lives of those who have opened their hearts to His Word as they do their best to provide a caring environment for them. Our rewards in life are determined by the problems we solve for someone else. How many lives are you capable of changing? Or more poignantly, how many lives have you actually changed? They are in want, so that you can be their benefactor. They are lonely, so that you can be their companion. They are fatherless, so that you can be their father. Another customary form of managing the challenges they face is the use of homemade skateboards. This enables them to at least move a little more freely, though it is far from ideal. Converted bicycles, wheelbarrows, and wheelchairs are used as other means of trying to handle their difficulty. That is for those who are lucky enough to have them.
You who compare yourselves to others or measure yourselves by yourselves, remember, there are many who would like to be in your position, as you are perhaps praying for a promotion or a new job, or a bigger house or a new car, a marriage partner or increased popularity. Consider the lives of these people. What would one such as them be praying for? Can you see the reason why we should ever be grateful to God for the purpose He has designed us for? As the morning progresses and more people flock to the Synagogue Church of All Nations, some by themselves, others in groups, or with their families, we see that the news of today's meeting has spread far and wide across Nigeria. Here, we can see a group of people using crutches arriving at the registration point along with a crowd of others suffering from different problems. Here, we can see some of the blind who attended the day's events. People just kept on coming throughout the day as many had journeyed from faraway places, countries and states from all over Nigeria. Clambering down, this man took an intrepid journey to the church on a motorbike. Others were happier with the idea of traveling in taxis. But in one way or another, they arrived, believing it was essential to attend a meeting, no matter the strain it took to get there. Above all graces, Jesus Christ honors faith the most, for persevering faith is next to God. Another public transport van is wheeled into a drop-off point, and the passengers welcomed by some of the Emmanuel TV team. Imagine what life must be like for these people, faced with such humiliating situations, where there is seemingly no way out. However, they have come here today with the undying hope that one day their lives will be improved for the better. Hope comes when there is total dependence on God for everything. For when the weak come to Jesus, He is ready to help them, just as He would help the strong. As we continue watching, we are moved to look upon this old man tenderly, as he respectfully smiles, greeting the Emmanuel TV team. He walks along on his knees. Yet another wheelchair rolls on, closely followed by another minibus, which of course is loaded with our physically challenged guests. We are reminded of the invitation Christ Jesus offers them in the book of Matthew 22, verse 8 to 9. The feast is ready, but those who were invited were not worthy. Go into the highways, and as many as you find, invite them to the feast. As it was, so it is. Here are many of them, those from the highways, from the marketplaces, and from the street corners, where they have been begging